This video is brought to you by Asub12 Productions. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to enjoy the videos. Also, please try and comment and rate the videos. Thank you. 7 times 5. 7 divided by 5. Now for anyone who hasn't done programming before, the star means times and / means divide. So that's just a little thing, if you didn't know what those were going on about. And finally, we're going to use this percentage sign, which means modulus, and the modulus operator just returns a remainder. So 7 modulus 5, that will give the remainder when 7 is divided by 5, I think. That's how it goes. No, sorry, yes, so that's correct. Now let's build this solution. Oh, one failed for some reason. Ah, there it is. Build solution. One succeeded. And just click this little green arrow there. Okay, so it's 12. Yep. 2 sounds right. 35 sounds right. 1. Wait a minute. That's wrong. And we'll get onto that in a second. And you can see here, 7 divided by 5 yields a remainder of 2. Okay, now onto integer division and floating point division as well. Now, because we've said we want to divide these 7 by 5, we've said we want to divide 7 by an integer, which will, of course, yield an integer value. When you add, subtract, times, multiply, or modulus two integer numbers, it yields an integer value. So how do we make it yield a floating point value? Well, we simply have to add a decimal place. But how do we do that if it's a whole number? Well, it's pretty simple, really. We just add 0.0. Oops. So 0.0, and if we build the solution, one succeeded. There we go. Okay, and it yields a value of 1.4, which is correct. And note, by adding another 0 or decimal point or whatever, you won't get more decimal points. For instance, if I do 100 divided by 30, yeah, 0.0. Okay. And run that. See, now we've only put one decimal place here ourselves, but it gives us all the decimal places from the division. But it only reserves a certain amount of space, so really this would be an endlessly recurring number. But it only reserves a certain amount of space for this type of division, which we've done inside a cout statement. And when we get onto variables, we'll go over how we can extend that. So anyway, this has just been a very quick tutorial about the math functions we have in C++. And oh, one more thing I want to go over, of course, is if you've ever done BODMAS or BIDMAS, spelled like this, in maths, well, C++ follows the same rules, and if you haven't, I'll just explain it quickly now. Basically, if I have this 7 plus 5 times 2, you'd expect this to yield, so 7 plus 5 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24, you'd expect it to yield that, but really, if we build and run this solution, okay, it actually yields 17, and that's because the rules of BIDMAS apply, and that's, so let me write it out again, it makes it really easy to understand. So basically, this is the rules of priority, basically. So first, we have brackets and indices. Basically, these are in pairs, really. So brackets and indices get first priority. So everything between brackets and any indices are always taken up, done first, basically. then it's division and multiplication, and then it's adding addition and subtraction. So here, because division and multiplication is ahead of addition and subtraction, this 5 times 2 will be done first, and then this 7 plus whatever this number yields is going to be done. So first we do 5 times 2 is 10, and then we do 7 plus 10, which is 17, and that's why it yields this value. But we can change this, of course, because remember, brackets come first, with indices, of course. If we just put brackets around this statement, again, the white space is entirely of my preference. Anyway, builds that solution. Oh, whoops, I'm still running this. Yes, stop debugging. One failed. Why? Oh, whoops, I still have. Okay, build that solution again. Okay, succeeded. Okay, and as we said before, 7 plus 5 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24. It works because it first did the stuff inside the brackets, which is 7 plus 5, and then it did the timesing, which comes after brackets. And if we press enter. Now, if we had this, though, the times inside the brackets would be done first. So then you'd have to put more brackets around this, and you can have brackets inside of brackets, and brackets inside of more brackets. So like this. Oops. And so on. They can go on forever. Okay. So yeah, that's just something you want to remember. And anyway, this brings an end to this tutorial on C++. The next tutorial will be going over variables, I think. And anyway, I hope you I hope this tutorial was helpful and you understood it well enough. And yeah, anyway, A sub 12 tutorial over and out.